Welcome back to the channel. All right, we're going to be doing week 2 of it's like the tower event, right? Lumitrix was involved. Don't worry, I'm actually leaving this up. You don't need to buy this. I didn't buy this week 1. I did just fine. You don't need to buy this. I think this is just if you want to go through it quicker. And just like my guide on week 1, I'm not going to show every fight to you. I'm just going to give you the basic overview of it. And then if there's like some trap fights or ones where you really want to make sure you have a certain attacker, I'm going to point that out, show you that fight, and move on, get you into the game. You're going to go to your mail. You're going to get the ticket. I think most of you will know this, but still. And then just like week 1, there's no special 3. It's completely deactivated. And then you're going to get a benefit from intercepting. All right, here's the first quest that's available. It doesn't show on the opening screen if you've 100% completed it. So just in case you forget or you're a little forgetful like me, make sure you do the preview of the quest so you don't actually go in and like start one you've already done. You can see the lines on this one or kind of the moving with a little space in them. Again, I just wanted to save you guys time and, of course, your items. On this first fight, it was really, really janky, and I realized my phone had reset or the game had reset to 60 frames per second. This seems to be an issue this month. So if that's happening to you, if the game's just moving, it's like janky, jittery, whatever term you want to use, make sure you go ahead and reset it because it's unfun. All right, we move on. It's not necessarily, I'm not going to show you like the whole fight or anything, but the one thing I'll say is that Joaquin Torres, not Joaquin Phoenix, although he's a great actor, Joaquin Torres, his specials take forever. So just kind of maybe be prepared for that. And then this is a nice little moment. Like, you know, someone like Zemo, unless they're going to be putting debuffs on you, maybe not someone you want to bring in for a quest where they're trying to go fast. So I'll use him maybe a bit later if I need to. So far, I'm using like rank 2, rank 3 champions, and this is going very smooth. Actually did that on purpose. I wanted you to see, again, as I'm working out for traps for you guys. You know, intercepting Morbius, remember, if he's got his glide up, he's going to be untouchable or whatever they call it, his miss. So just be careful with that one as well. You know, I'm using Patriot. Patriot's a tanky boy, so it wasn't that big a deal, but I did want to show it to you. Something to be aware of. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in because I wanted to show you guys what the glancing can do to you, why you ideally don't want Ant-Man even throwing the specials if you can. But stay calm, stay cool. So maybe use a good attack champion there. They don't hit that hard, so go for the intercepts. And yeah, I think that's a good one to leave in. This is kind of why we're making the video. So there we go. We now need to deal with the potential auto block. You're going to be aware after Overseer's specials, he's going to get up the auto block. He should not have parry on this fight because he, you know, they don't have the offensive masteries in like a PvP set. But, you know, utilize the unblockable of Shang-Chi when Overseer's going to get to a special. So here, we'll do it. Go ahead and stun him. Go a special. But watch, this is what happens. So there you go. We've already got that down. Throw this SP2 from Shang. We haven't landed a single intercept. And I think we can actually probably go in this with a 5-hit combo. I don't remember if my Shang-Chi's rank 2 or rank 3, but again, just wanting to point out the potential issues that could arise. So the last champion is, again, the issue becomes, and what they've done with this one is champions that when you try to intercept them, like the Morbius we showed on the other end, they're going to evade, they could be invisible or untouchable, whatever it is. Spider-Punk, I believe, if you intercept him, is going to go unstoppable, or does he? Yeah, he has an evade. So a good champion to use here would again be Shang-Chi with the slow, or utilize a champion with get hit in the face. That's what you ideally want to do, and then do it a second time. But utilize a champion with pursuit here if you're going to be going for the intercepts. We'll go ahead and just get this fight done. I will try not to get hit in the face by Spider-Punk's second the second hit of his heavy, and Bastion's going to close this out for us right here. So that is a rank 4 Bastion. He's amazing. He's phenomenal. You guys know that. And that's the first chapter of that quest done. So hopefully that was helpful, and I've cut out all the parts that were not helpful. We've now moved on to the next chapter for this week with the boss of Negasonic Teenage Warrior. I like calling her warrior. She's a warrior. And so you'll see that what I just see off the face of it is there's going to be champions. You just want to be aware that you don't bleed them, right? Like it could get a little ugly. Omega Red, I believe Toad is of that nature too. And Cable there. You might want to heal block for Wolverine. I will do like a voiceover over the fight if I think it's more than that. But aside from that, just be aware of who you're potentially bleeding. You don't want to bleed Cable there, and you don't want to bleed Omega Red, and I believe you don't want to bleed Toad as well. You're probably gonna want someone who can handle either the evade or the non-contacts of Negasonic Teenage Warrior. So I would reserve Bastion for that. Okay, a call out here. Cable with the power gain and the healing, you might want to bring in a heal block, or don't do lack of class advantage like I have here. Could get a little closer than you want it. Patriot can do some really nice damage. We've talked about that. So I do want to call that out. Don't bleed Cable. Maybe be prepared for the power gain, especially I had a pretty passive AI there in the beginning. And if you want someone with a little bit of heal block, just to make sure you can get it down. I don't think it's necessary, but just don't make that mistake. Going up against Omega Red, as we said, don't bleed him. If you have a robot, that's even more helpful. I don't think, if you in both those scenarios, I don't think it's going to be overly difficult. If you're not struggling with the quest already, I don't think this fight in its own is going to ruin you. I also feel like maybe they do have a call out on the node. I really feel like these champions are a bit more aggressive, which I do enjoy. Intercepting them has, up until this moment, felt great. I just don't want to jinx myself. Knock on wood. And then, like I said, NTW, Bastion would be phenomenal for this. But again, someone that can handle her evade, maybe parry non-contact attacks, just something to help you get it over with a little more quickly. On a quest like this, it's time sensitive. A champion with her with just like a few annoying defensive tactics and not, a full defensive kit can be a bit of an issue. I forgot she backs up so much, but again, this is like showing why a champion like Bastion would be so good for it. Didn't even need to wait until we had all of his charges or anything like that. We just keep the evade, his pursuit up, and it's fine. She has a very low health pool, so keep that in mind as well. That is a rank 4 Bastion, so I don't want to make it sound like it's like this crazy easy fight. It really depends on what you're being able to go with. But that is the second chapter of it, of this week anyway, the NTW side. We'll move on to the last one. Under the third chapter for this week, we got a couple of things here. I do believe White Magneto has a magnetism, so that's something to be aware of. Iceman with, he's probably going to have a high sig. Jean Grey, reverse control, she's a very tanky defender. Gentle, very tanky defender, has the unstoppable. And then Dazzler, right when she gets her dazzling dash, I think she has like a miss mechanic as well too, and then a stun. So this one's going to be a bit more challenging. What I'm going to do is reserve my specific counters for those fights. We'll go over them when we get there. Taking a timeout because that, oh shoot, stupid. Well, again, going to leave that in. I should be able to finish that out. I have no idea how North Star lived through that. That should have been it for him. We wanted to call out, that was funny. That's a rank 1 infamous Iron Man. Not saying that like, hey, it's going to be easy with rank 1s, but that's a rank 1. I'm not boosted or anything like that. This one is getting a bit more challenging because I think you need more champions. There's more, it feels like there's maybe more fights, but letting you know that's what it can really look like. Yeah, even Deadpool X-Force can get a little tanky, gets all those taunts up on you. Rank 3 Black Cat handled it, but it was getting a little close. This is what I mean about the ease of intercepts. I feel like they are just really playing into us. I feel like I should be getting more. Maybe that was it right there. Yeah, so that is a rank 3 Zemo. Worked just fine on it. You can see that was pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and use Ultron for the White Magneto. Again, I believe White Magneto has a magnetism effect. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but that does reduce the ability accuracy, and Ultron's, the ability accuracy of like his functions, I believe can't be reduced. So I think my parry still has a chance to fail. Let's see here. Yeah, I wanted to test that for you all. Ultron does have the degen against mutants here, so I'm not too worried about it. It's fine, let him do that. See the stun, the cauterize, all that will still work, and I imagine that damage will be plenty to take him down. We're coming back up for another one here. And let's use the striker. By Wag. So not bad. I think Ultron, that is a rank 3 Ultron. So again, I want to keep that in mind. I want to call that out to you. I know not everyone's got all of these options. There are ways to go around that. I believe White Magneto is bleed immune. So keep that in mind as well too. Try to avoid metal if you can, but someone with some extra ability, accuracy, something like that could be helpful to you as you go. All right, we've gotten to where this is going to get a little bit more tricky. We're going up against Jean Grey, Tinky Gal with the exhaustion, the reverse control. What I'm going to attempt to do here is just use an extremely powerful option. I was tempted to use Bastion. I'd like to save him for the fight with Gentle here. I'm going to do my best to prevent Jean from throwing specials. We'll see how that goes. This is where this is going to get a little more tricky because I still have to deal with reverse controls. Didn't put them on me. So that was very kind of her. I believe I threw the special one. There's so much going on. Maybe I did throw the special too. Future Ant-Man is phenomenal. You are still going to have to deal with the reverse controls there on that one. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye out for Jean. I've done a whole video on how to fight Jean with reverse control options, obviously significantly easier, and how to handle her if you don't have a reverse controls immune champion. Essentially, you can block that first hit. You can block that first hit, and in a quest like this, it doesn't matter if you have 1% health or not. So keep that in mind too. If you make a mistake or two, you're going to be fine. Saving Bastion for the Gentle shouldn't be too bad. This isn't a massive health pool. Gonna go for the intercepts. Obviously the thing to watch out for here is Gentle with that counter in the upper right hand corner. When he gets that low enough, so unstoppable. It feels like I have often felt like when I'm on my game, I have the ability to respond to it, but in an ideal scenario, you have you use your striker into it or you've stunned him. Let's see here. He's probably going to recover in time. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the striker. And because of the striker, even if he had gone unstoppable, we would have been fine. So I think that's actually potentially the trickiest fight on the map due to the health pool, the tankiness of Gentle. The Jean Grey is as well. Make sure you're prepared for those. Use your big tech champions, your biggest damage dealing ones. If they have the reverse control immunity, that's even better for Jean. I'm not sure any of the options though in the Saga pool do. Zemo might, but I don't think he does. I'll leave a note on the screen right now if Zemo does have reverse controls immunity. Otherwise, you're just going to have to learn to fight Jean Grey. And as you can see, I actually had a lot of my highest ranked champions still available to me. So that's another just piece of advice is don't feel like you have to use them, or don't feel like you have to save them. I'm trying to get through this quickly so I can do this for you. Remember, Dazzler has that miss mechanic on her dazzling dash, and then she stuns you if she hits into your block. So using Jean Grey is great for this. As soon as you get up your first neuro shock, pretty much the threat of Dazzler is neutralized. Knowing Dazzler, knowing this game, actually, she will probably make me regret saying that. So take that to the face. I mean, how many times have you seen that in this video already? Do not worry about it. Their attack is not that bad. And the whole idea is just to end the fight. You're just fine. I hope that was really helpful to you. I know people found the first week extremely helpful. I think this is fun. This week, though, did feel more challenging. I know this is at the end of the video, but I hope you really focused in on my advice on kind of the trap defenders and things to be aware of. And I hope you had a lot of fun. As usual, let me know what you got right. Let me know what you got wrong. Make comments in the down in the comment section. You know where it is. Let's help each other out in case there's other options that I didn't cover today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.